On this episode, we're going to talk about the oldest and maybe debatably the most historic bathhouse in Japan, Dogo Onsen. Welcome to my channel. We're going on an adventure to Japan. Wow! So, Dogo Onsen is it's for me. It is the inspiration to a movie by Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli called Spirited Away. Spirited Away is a movie about a little girl who is moving. Her family sees this interesting, like, theme park kind of thing, temple, whatever. Um, it starts off as a shortcut gone wrong, and then they move out to these food stalls and realize that there's a bunch of delicious food. So they didn't find anybody to pay for the food, so they just sat down and started eating, and they were kind of cursed. The little girl gets trapped in this world. She gets basically enslaved to work in this bathhouse of the spirits, and the bathhouse of the spirits is this great, just grandiose, giant structure that it's just over the top. That structure was inspired by Dogo Onsen. So, I won't ruin the story, but that's just kind of like how the adventure begins. It's got a lot of great characters in it. I really, it's one of my favorite Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki movies. So, that being said, it's definitely someplace that I would like to go while I visit Japan. I'm going to attempt to make my way there. I really would like to make that part of my journey. At this point, it's a little up in the air, just due to time constraint. It is actually, if you'll look over here, it is actually quite a long ways off. So you have Tokyo, where is my base of operations is going to be, and that's where my first Airbnb stay is going to be. And then I want to use the Shinkansen, which is what they call bullet trains, and I'm going to travel across the country and then over to Kyoto. And that will be my base of operations to go to Osaka. Osaka is where they have takoyaki and some other really good food. It's like the kitchen of Japan, I think is what they call it. But I'll actually be able to take trains from there to from Kyoto to Osaka, and then even farther west. I'll actually pass over some water onto a non-mainland island, and then travel to the west part of that, and then that's Dogo Onsen. That's where it's at. You do have to have reservations a lot of times. They do allow foreigners in with tattoos, so I'm safe with that. I am kind of considering, though, because it does make me a little nervous. I'm in the Western culture. We don't just walk around nude in front of people. It's something that's kind of just really pounded in our heads, that nudity is wrong. I don't necessarily think that nudity is wrong. I appreciate nude art. I appreciate nude forms, in reasonable ways. But it's still something that it's very much a societal norm here, and that's very different from there. So I would kind of like to get a private bath while I'm there, just so that I can make sure that I personally am as comfortable and relaxed and take in the most of the experience, and not be so preoccupied with the fact that everybody's got their junk out. I mean, even gym locker rooms. It makes me a little nervous when men, usually the older fellers, I don't think the young fellows usually do this, or even my age. I mean, you're looking at like 45 plus. They'll just stand around airing the bits. I don't need to see that. So, yeah, I mean, I know that they have a word for it. I honestly, I forgot the word for it. But there's a word for just, everybody's naked. I'm on the same page as everybody else. We're on the same level. No one wants to look at other people, but this is where we are. It's like a commonality kind of phrase. So, yeah. Dogo Onsen, the emperor and his family, actually, they still have a whole floor there, and it's only for them. I think that sometimes they'll do special guided tours, but you're not allowed, as far as I know, to take pictures or video for the most part, unless you have like special permission. And then, even then, usually the tour is a very special thing by itself. So, I mean, this is a pretty big deal. I mean, it's a destination even for Japanese folks to go down there and see. But the inspiration behind I feel one of the most entertaining and great anime movies, just good stuff. Like I said before, Studio Ghibli, and kind of headed by Hayao Miyazaki. Miyazaki-san is just like the Walt Disney of Japan. I mean, it is extremely beloved company. They make really high production quality and beautifully rendered and drawn animated feature films, and it's just it means a lot. If you're into the culture like I am, it means a lot. So hopefully I will show you a little bit more about that once I'm there. That's really all I have for this week, because I wanted to transition into that and kind of speak about that separately and why it means so much. I mean, the emperors had a family there. It's the oldest, if I'm not mistaken, it is the oldest bathhouse in Japan. It's just got such historical significance that it was really special to me. I wanted to spotlight it in a video by itself, and just let you guys know, that it is a very, very special place, and it is, it's rich with history in the real world. It's rich with inspiration for the art and the creative mediums that come out of Japan, and it really does mean a lot, but it's a little out of the way. So, might see it, might not. Really, 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 really trying to, though. So, for more stuff about Japan and, be building up to this great journey that I'm about to go on, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you really want to keep up whenever I post new videos, because I don't always link over to other social medias. I know I'm bad about that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. See you next time.